here I am, and welcome back. My name is Nathan, and today I'm going to do a bit of urban sketching. I'm outside again. It's been a long time since I've done one of these out and about walking around videos. And it's going to be a little bit different because I have a small sketchbook, which I'm about to show you, and a small palette, which I'm going to use. So I'm just going to find somewhere to sit, and then I'm going to be sketching this. I haven't got my sketching stool with me. I had a couple of errands to run before this, so I decided not to bring it because there's plenty of places to sit, I think. And I just want to get a nice view of that. So I think I'm probably just going to sit down just over here. I was going to sit down on this wall, but I think actually I'm just going to sit down on the grass because it's a better view. Well, it's a little bit windy. I hope you can still hear. Excuse me, I am recovering from a cold. But this fresh air is actually doing me some good, I think. Oh, I'm going to put this hat on because it's a bit nippy. I'm travelling very light. I have brought Miss Quilty, even though she wasn't necessarily necessary. But my sketching materials for today are limited, so I'm going to put Miss Quilty there in front of me. This is Barcelona, so I am going to wrap her around my leg like that, just in case. So like I said, oh, lots of birds. So like I said, I am travelling light today, and I'm going to start this mini sketchbook, which was a Christmas present last year. Oh, I think this is the front. And this is going to take me a long time to get through. My eyes watering because of the cold. So as I'm using the mini sketchbook, I thought it might be cute to use this mini palette that I bought maybe a year ago. It's just got 8 colours in there, and that ideally should just clip onto here. I have a clip just like that. I'm a little bit concerned about how little mixing space I have there. Oh, I forgot to bring my wristband to clean it off with. I do have some tissues though because I've got a cold, so I can use those at least. So that's my palette and sketchbook. I have a little spray bottle, I have my water brush, and I have my black Macron fine liner, and that is it. That is all I brought with me to sketch today. So my eye is watering like mad. I'm just going to take a picture for reference, which I'm going to put up here so you can see what my view is. So, birds. It's like living in a Hitchcock film. So let's go. I don't have a pencil, so there's no pencil sketch to start with. So I'm just going to go in with the Macron fine liner. I'm just going to draw it as if I'm looking at it straight on. I do like the palm tree at the side. I'm going to bring the palm tree in. So I'm going to make a couple of little dots. The arc is about a square, more or less. That's where the arc will go. That goes up to maybe about there, let's say. And then I'm going to have the palm tree over this side. Doesn't matter if it's not exact. In fact, I think it's cuter and more interesting if it isn't exact. But that's just me. So I'm going to have 2 of those things on that side and 2 on the other side. I have nothing to lean on, so this is helping me stay really loose because it's very wobbly. Gosh, this is very difficult not having something to lean on, but that's part of the fun. They are absolutely not exact, and I am fine with that. One is definitely wider than the other. It's okay. Now, to find the center part of where the arch is going to be, you want to imagine a line from each corner to each corner, making a little cross in the middle. So, which I think is probably about there. And then up to the middle, that's where your arch will be. I'm actually going to do it just a little bit lower. Something like that. Look, I'm holding my pen really far back as well. I'm not getting into any details. One of these days I'm going to come back here as well and do a bigger sketch of this. I can't believe I have not done it before actually. And then I can compare how I sketch in a little sketchbook and how I sketch in a bigger sketchbook. That might be quite fun. Also, my channel's coming up to a year old, so I am going to do a Q&A video. If you have any questions or If you have any tips to share with the community or anything you want to know about sketching, about me, about how I approach it, any recommendations or anything, just pop it down below, and there's a chance I might include your question or your advice in the video. That'll probably be coming out towards the end of the year. And what have we got going on down here? These pillars are separated. Actually, there is a little bit of perspective in here, so I am going to draw the inside of that arch. This palm tree is a little bit closer. It's actually on a raised up thing, and it's very straight, but I'm going to lean it in slightly. In here there's lots of little figures, but I'm just going to do a little scribble to reference that. I don't really know what's going in there, but something is happening. Let's get on with these palm trees. Generally everything comes out in a circle like this. This is how I do palm trees really quickly. Give yourself a couple of sticks. Just kind of flower around the edges. Now we have this kind of brickwork around here. I want to get that in. There's some lines across here. And let's have a shadow from this. We're going across there. Actually, the shadows all across, all along. Alright. Well, I was supposed to be in the shadows here, but there is no shadow anymore. I've come into the sunlight, but that's what happens, isn't it, when the sun moves? So I'm going to give this a little spritz on here. And let's see how we go. Let's start with this guy. So these are my Daniel Smith colours in here, and some of them I love and some of them not so much, but I have them anyway. So we have lemon yellow, phthalo green, I don't know which way around these are. Oh, I have ultramarine blue and phthalo blue. I think that one's maybe ultramarine, that one's maybe phthalo. Pyrrole scarlet, alizarin crimson, violet blue cobalt, and moon glow. So let's go with which I think is... yes. Oh, is that phthalo blue? Or is this phthalo blue? No, I think that one's ultramarine. So let's go with the phthalo blue. Oof, this tiny, tiny little mixing board. And let's just... as you can see, there is not really much texture to this paper at all. So, is that a good thing or not? We'll find out, I guess. Not being too accurate with this, just get the colour on there. What can you do with that? Can I just wipe that away? While I'm at it, let's do a bit of green for the palm tree. And then I want to darken that down a little. So let's add some blue into it just to change the colour. I'm going to use that for the trees in the background. These ones. Because they are further away and I want them to be a different colour from the palm tree. Famously have a dirty palette, so I'm going to just put some yellow on there to go on the highlight sides of the arc. I'm going to put this on the darker sides of the arc. It's very dark in there. I'm never going to get an exact match sketching at this speed, but I would like to try and get somewhere similar to the colour. Actually, that's not bad. sketch. So this little mixing palette is not too difficult to use. I thought it was going to be much harder. It would be better if I had my wristband, but it's okay. Sort of ground colour down here. Right, let's go for some of this purple, this cobalt purple for the shadows. I'm just going to drag that across. To there under the arch, because that's dark. I'm trying to make a brown. There we go. Brown for this palm tree. Just grass down here. I've made this kind of muddy palette mud. I'm going to use that for the shadows, just to give everything a little bit more contrast. It's a little bit watery than I would have liked, so let's just try and be a little bit gentle with it. Alright, that's cute enough for me. That'll do for today, I think. Just a quick little sketch. How long has that taken me? 23 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to take this around with me more often. And then I can just do a little sketch on the fly. So I'm just going to write on that where we are. So there it is. There you have it. A mini sketch in a mini sketchbook with a mini palette. And remember, I will be doing a Q&A video in a couple of weeks, so if you do have any questions or any comments that you'd like me to share, please just pop them below this video. Bye! Hey, here I am, and welcome back. 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 My name's Nathan. My name's Nathan. My name's Nathan. My name's Nathan. And can you believe it? My YouTube channel, Art in About, is almost 1 year old. Last year I made the New Year's resolution to post every single week on YouTube, and I've managed it. I can't believe I actually stuck to it, to be honest with you, uploading every week. And I'm actually very proud of myself for that. The videos have developed, my style has developed, and you've been with me the whole time. With that being said, I'm going to be making a Q&A video. So please ask me your questions. They can be about art, they can be about urban sketching, they can be about my journey, they can be about me. Pop them down below and I will include the best ones in my video. Also, make sure you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe so that you can see the video when it comes out.